What is going on, everyone? My name is Jared, and welcome back to TechWorks. So, about a week ago, you guys saw me apply the quote-unquote ultimate no case protection. It's supposed to be caseless protection for your smartphone, and it was called BearSkin. The package said, get BearSkin, and it was an ad that I saw on Facebook or Instagram or something that I saw while reading some tech review sites. So what it basically was in the nutshell was a chemical treatment that you put on your smartphone. They had approved it, they said, for the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and 10. So basically the new iPhones, no Androids in the lineup. And what they said to do is apply the process, let it wait and cure for 24 hours, minimum of 12, without really subjecting your phone to any sort of torment during that time, and you should have a phone that, without the actual, breaking of dropping it or cracking the glass, should be pretty protected against the elements. That is, keys, coins, sand, pocket lint, crap like that, and that you shouldn't see any damage on your device whatsoever. So I did exactly what they said. I did that whole instructional video that you can see. I will link it down in the description of how to put it on. It was a pretty easy process, and the waiting was the longest, really, with that taking about 10-15 minutes just to let it wait before you could touch it, and then really, like I said, the 12 hours to let it cure fully so that you could touch it or you can use it. So in that time, it's been about 2 weeks since I put this on, rather than the actual 1 week that you'll see in time between the videos. So it's been about 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks time, just to kind of show you what kind of torment my phone has been under, I've had my phone with me while redoing a outside deck, and so cutting wood, using saws, having dirty hands, putting it in my pocket, things like that. So really with a scenario like that, you can have some abrasives from wood. Wood shouldn't do any damage to that. It's softer than all the materials made up in this phone. And also I went to a wedding and a party, so setting your table down on different things, tables, picnic tables, outside, you name it, just kind of going around, all right? Have it in my pocket with other stuff like another phone, keys, and I've done this all without a case. Now I will say, I did go ahead and put another screen protector on, and let me tell you why. Had nothing to do with the BearSkin application, or I saw scratches on it, but it was more or less, I was nervous that having no case, and say I did drop it, it was just that much of having a little bit more protection. For me, personally, I felt better about it. So with that said, we're going to take a look at the phone. So I'm going to look at it for the first time, just like you guys are looking at it for the first time, and we're going to kind of do a analysis from there. So besides my fingerprints, let me wipe that down. So if you look on the side, really, nothing to write home about. Now, last time you guys saw the side of my phone was when I put this on, as well as after I polished it with some cleaning, with some Mother's cleaning polish. So that was the last time, and what that did is that got rid of all my scratches that were on this rail. So as you can see on this top, lip above the speaker grills and above the lightning port, you got some small abrasions, what I would consider micro abrasions. That's probably something that I could get off again with some cleaning polish. Just looks like, again, sliding it in and out of your phone. You got some vertical lines here, so probably going in your pocket like this. On the other side, let's see. So bump the camera. Wipe it down again. So on this side, again, really nothing to write home about. Nothing blatantly obvious, glaring in the face that there's damage. You got a little something or other up here, bottom of the SIM card tray, towards the bottom of the device on the right hand side. And of course, this is being super petty, just because I knew that I had this perfectly polished right before I put on the BearSkin. And on the front, again, I do have a screen protector, so there shouldn't be anything on that. So that really doesn't truly count. But we'll look at the back, which didn't obviously have any sort of screen protection or any other, that just had the coating. And on the back, well, you really don't have much of anything. I see a couple little scratches down here, about in this area, but, you know, very, very, very tiny. So what I'm going to say is this. In my personal opinion, I don't necessarily think that BearSkin does anything better than what the glass already does. Gorilla Glass does resist keys and coins on a normal basis. And to show you that, these are my keys. These are the keys that are normally in my pocket. Normal keys. And take my key, and I will go across the glass. As you can hear, I'm not, scratching anything different. Just gonna go over it like that. Keys and coins, by the nature of Gorilla Glass, they don't do anything. That's the nature of it. That's why they use it. That's a tempered glass with a hardness scale. Watch Jerry rig everything. He'll go into detail about all the different hardnesses. But basically, it wouldn't do anything to begin with. And if you look further into the promotional video of this Get BearSkin stuff, but it shows a lady in the ad taking keys and just poking at the screen. Now, unless she actually stabbed it hard enough to crack it, in general, that wouldn't do anything. A brass key is not going to do anything to the glass of this phone unless you took it hard enough, stabbed it, and broke the glass. That would be the only thing it could do, and that's not really the key doing the damage, but it's the force of impact at a pressure point. So a very small point jabbing at it. That's what actually the damage would be caused by, not the metal of the key. If you took anything hard enough, if I took the corner of this hard drive and stabbed it into the corner, or I took this plastic remote control and stabbed the phone hard enough, it will crack the glass. That's just how that works. So I can't believe the advertising that BearSkin had. Now, I'm all for, like I said before in another video, I was marketing. I understand how advertising works. I researched a whole bunch of marketing when I was in school, and I understand that, they got to have a sell. Now, do I know for 100% certain that this is more or less scratch proof or resistant than it was when I bought it? I mean, scientifically, I have no idea of truly telling. I could get the Moe's picks again, like Jerry rig everything, and see if it scratches at a different hardness now. But the truth of the matter is, something that is a really hard material in your pocket, if it can get into your pocket, it's really not going to matter. It's going to scratch regardless. And unless they're coating their devices with liquid sapphire or a liquefied form of diamond, I don't think it's going to make it any harder to scratch. If anything, if at the very most what it's doing is adding a layer of something onto your phone and making it so in order for it to scratch, it has to go through that first. I will say the observations of after my phone had it on it, my phone feels slipperier. It doesn't feel as grippy. If you feel the front glass where the screen protector is, and you feel the back glass, especially where that coating is, it feels much slipperier. And I don't know why. I don't know if that's a side effect of the coating. I don't know if that's a side effect of, putting the coating on and maybe it took a coating off. I honestly have no idea. I'm not a chemist. They don't list what is in the BearSkin product. They don't list what chemicals they are using. So I couldn't really tell you what it's doing. Only an observation as someone who would buy this on an everyday level. If I was an average consumer and I purchased this thinking that I could get caseless protection for my phone, this is my observation. So going through 2 weeks of having this in my pocket, doing stuff, again, take note, I am very careful with my stuff. I didn't throw it. I didn't drop it. I didn't, use it any differently than I would have used my device without this caseless protection on. I wouldn't even use it any differently than if I had a case on it. I'm pretty consistent in my everyday usage of my phone. It sits in the cup holder of my car. It sits in my pocket. That's basically the size of where my phone is. It sat on a deck, it sat on picnic tables, and it sat in my laptop bag sitting with my laptop. You know, so with my MacBook, that's metal also. So in one breath, I can honestly say my phone did not come out really much worse off than before, besides some scratches on the stainless steel rails, which again are easily removed. I can get rid of those in probably 30 seconds. They'll be gone, and no one will have known they were there. On the glass, I haven't seen any significant damage or any more damage since I put the BearSkin on. But I can't honestly say that the BearSkin is the result of my phone being in this condition. I can't say that directly that BearSkin application influenced how my phone came out of this process, of this 2-week trial. Now, after this video, I'm going to put my case back on my phone. I'm going to use the phone like normal, and maybe in a month or 2 months or a few weeks at least, I'll revisit to see if my phone has gotten any better or worse or no change of the situation. You know, once you put a case on it, if you get pocket sand or anything else in the case and it rubs, you're going to see some abrasions that happen along the device. So truly, I can't recommend it, nor can I say it's bad or falsely advertising, because I can't see direct evidence against it, but I also can't see direct evidence for it. So with that, is this just snake oil? You know, is this just a product to make you feel good about what your device already is? Maybe. Do they have some special sauce going on for coating your device in this mystical wrap that protects it a little bit more? Possibly. I'd like to see some science and some actual testing from the people at BearSkin and show me a device without it and with it and subject it to different things. You know, maybe that will help me and other consumers actually believe in this. So at this point, the product, the Get BearSkin, was $44. It was free shipping. It took like 2 weeks to get here because they had some shipping hiccup. So for $44, 2 weeks shipping, I can't recommend it. And I'm not going to recommend it for not working. I'm going to not recommend it because you could buy a couple cases for $44 and a screen protector and probably have your device just as good a shape coming out of that situation as having it in your pocket plain. And then you have a little bit more protection. You have some bumper. This case was only $20 from UAG. Screen protector could be $20, $19. And you could be just as protected, take it out, and have just as perfect of a device. I can't say with honesty that the BearSkin had anything to do with how this device came out. So with that said, my recommendation for BearSkin, use at your own risk. I can't say it worked. I can't say it didn't work. I can honestly say that it might have done nothing. So with that, my recommendation is there. I would say don't get it. Spend your money on something else just for the fact that it's expensive, and I don't with 100% certainty know if it's actually going to help you at all. So with that said, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't seen my links already, I have started the Patreon. The link will be down in the bottom. If you want to help out the channel, you want to see more cool videos, you want to see me try out some other products, all of that will help. There's a list of rewards and different things that you can do if you become a supporter of the channel. So check that out down below. And thanks for watching.